Hi, welcome to Sage Blue Tarot. So today we're going to go ahead and April 30th, 2021, get started with doing our collective reading. Right away, I'm getting a lot of tumultuous air energy. I feel like messages are trying to come in, but the mind right now, it kind of needs a little bit of training, right? Like not everything that your mind says is true. More than likely it's not true. So just go ahead and try today to maintain your focus on the present, on what is real, the truth of right now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and ask, what is the message for collective today? And meditate on it for a moment. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards. I feel like there could be a lot of headaches going on today. Ooh, we have the Four of Swords upright. Nice. So this card is for the stillness of the mind, right? Like doing whatever it takes to go ahead and still your mind. If that means sitting down, closing your eyes, if that means just hyper focusing on what you're doing right now and the reality of the present, then go ahead and do that. It feels like there's a lot of movement happening, right? Maybe externally, but I kind of am feeling that it's a lot of internal mind movement, a lot of the seduction of the mind, right? Our mind can kind of seduce us to focus on things that we don't actually need to be focusing on, like things that we already know the answer to, but emotionally our mind knows that we respond to emotions, right? So that's kind of what it's doing. It's kind of saying, well, why don't you replay this one moment? I advise that you don't replay that moment. Just go ahead and focus on where you are right now instead, to go ahead and appreciate what you have right now. And go ahead and split the deck. Ten of Pentacles, the celebration of all of the gifts that you have right now, right? Ten of Pentacles to me is just the abundance that is present in your life right now deserves to be appreciated, right? Like you have all these gifts. Whatever is in your life that you can appreciate, go ahead and do that today. And then we have the Six of Cups reversed. You could be getting a lot of flashbacks on our childhood memories, or maybe just even adulthood memories or recent memories. But a lot of the memories could kind of, I feel like, come in, again, with that emotional aspect of the cups and try to suck you into that. I would say don't dwell too much on the past. Like don't do that today. I feel like it's going to be a day where that's going to be constant, but that serves to be a good moment to practice being present, right? On the power of that. Go ahead and do the card on the back. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. I love this card. It always signifies change to me. And just because it's reversed, I would say the change has already happened. And it's just about going with the flow, right? Going with the flow of these changes and trusting that as long as you stay rooted in the present, you will know what to do, what is worth your attention, and just appreciating what you have right now, not dwelling too much on the past, on what could have been. I feel like I think of them as like these tasty mind snacks, but they're toxic, like these toxic, tasty mind snacks that you kind of like to go back to and replay just to make sure. But the overthinking mind does that. I think the overthinking mind is a great master at seduction, right? Because it kind of seduces you to these memories, but you don't really need to be in those memories. The change is already happening. Change is happening in your life very, very fast, or it's going to happen. And the best way to go about it is just to trust and release yourself from any thoughts that are leading you away from the present. So go ahead and take some time today to meditate and to really ground yourself during these times of change. Okay. Great. We'll go ahead and thank the deck and put it away. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles on the back, reverse, again with that grounding energy. And because it's the King, I feel like we have all of the strength, all the abilities to ground ourselves. So that is something that we can do today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Angelarium deck. I'm going to go ahead and ask, what is the message for collective today? Meditate a moment. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. Oop. All right, so we have Keter, the crown, spirituality. So that to me says there is a lot in the unknown right now, but just because it's not in your world vividly, physically, something you can touch, see, acknowledge, doesn't mean that it's not real, that it's not there. I feel like a lot of messages are coming in, and it's kind of up to us to make the space for that wisdom to come through, right? It's like, I feel like Keter to me is that point before everything else, right? Like when it's still an idea, when it's still in that cosmic everythingness. Keter. I'm going to go ahead and look him up in the book. So I'm going to go ahead and read it out loud to you. You can kind of get to know Keter, the crown spirituality, the first emanation, the first utterance, the font of energy through which Ein Sof emanates into the universe. The crown sits above the head and embodies that which is beyond our comprehension. One must envision Keter not as an object that can be perceived, but as the light that is cast upon it. Keter's light is beyond knowability, a timeless expanse of pure consciousness. Only through respect for our own limitations do we begin to see the shadow of its nature. It is the dark orb beyond which lies the infinite. As the highest point on the tree, all continuums cascade downward from it. Keter stands in contrast to Malkuth, who rests at the very bottom of the tree. The span that lies between them measures the complete distance from the most spiritual to the most physical aspects of our existence. Journeying downward from this point, all other emanations become increasingly close to our present experience, found in spiritual epiphany, faith, humility. Nice. So you just go ahead and just meditate today. Meditate, and I would suggest focusing on the crown chakra. It lies on top of the head, like right above it. Just going ahead and focusing on that energy center to see what comes out from that. Ooh, Zugloff, Angel of Verdancy, was on the back. To me, Zugloff is about that vital life force energy after you plant the seed and it's growing, right? So growth is happening, even though it might not feel like it, or it might feel like it's not going fast enough, or it kind of feels like there's this energy of wanting more almost, but it's more about being patient right now. It's more about observing what is growing, because things are growing right now. And it's springtime, so I feel like it's perfect. Zugloff, I'm going to go ahead and read his out loud as well. Zugloff, Angel of Verdancy. The wind moves through the grass in waves, carrying with it the seeds of growth. It flows across the landscape and burrows into the cool soil. Beneath the fallow earth, seeds vibrate and burst, changing the loam. The transmuted life already craving the open air and the ecstasy of sunlight. It is nature, and natural for plant life to seek the sky and the blessing of the sun. With a simple act, prayer, the dominion of Zugloff expands. With open hands, Zugloff denies decay and defies entropy. All is verdant where Zugloff wanders. Let your roots take hold and allow the gaze of Zugloff to fall on you. It is the season for blossoming. Signs, a branch, a flower, a seed. Yeah, going back to that grounding. If possible, I would suggest going outside today. If it's sunny where you are, go out and get some sunshine. Even if it's not sunny, go out and get your bare feet on the ground so you can really feel Zugloff's energy, that life force of growth and plants and the earth that we're all on right now. Go ahead and thank the deck. And now we're going to go ahead and pull from the Trust Your Vibes Oracle cards. asking it the same question. What is the message for us? What is the message for collective today? Go ahead and shuffle the cards. What is the message for collective today? See the solution. I like this one. This one really puts your internal visionary power to exercise, right? So if you have a difficulty or problem or something you would like to overcome, I would encourage to take a moment of meditation, of silence, and kind of envision how you see the solution happening, right? Like, you don't need to know the answers to everything, but this is a good exercise in manifestation. With visualization, we can go ahead and start to picture what is the life that we want? What would be the answers to our challenges, right? Like, how could we possibly overcome what is happening right now? And then just going ahead and putting that energy in, right? Like, maybe I'm going to go ahead and read it out loud. I'm going to read what the booklet says. Okay. See the solution. Your vibes not only help you tune into the flow of life and provide guided feedback about your soul's direction, they also broadcast your thoughts and feelings, which act like magnets and attract back to you the equivalent of what you send out. Masterful sixth sensory beings work out their imagination muscles daily by visualizing exactly what they want. They focus on solutions rather than on problems and constantly strive to improve their ability to observe them in their mind's eye. Your guides advise you to do the same right now. No matter what you're facing, know that there is always a solution, even if you can't see it immediately. The key is to practice seeing perfect solutions in your mind's eye. In fact, practice seeing as many as possible. The more solutions you can visualize, the quicker you will attract the best one for you. This is a proactive use of your vibes and makes life much more exciting. I hope you see what I mean. So yes, use the power of your mind to visualize the life that you want. Don't allow yourself to be seduced by the past or even like the future. Like, don't allow yourself to be seduced too much. Be in the present and picture in your mind the ideal life, right? It doesn't mean don't appreciate what you have right now and only picture the future. Like, no, there's a balance between visualization, being grounded and being present, appreciating what you have as it's part of your journey, while at the same time having goals on what you like to accomplish. So go ahead and picture those goals in your mind's eye. Close your eyes, visualize yourself in the perfect setting, meditate on that, and take your time with that meditation. Really, really shift through whatever you think you need to want or you should want. Like, no, just tune into your true self and what that self would be best in, the perfect environment for yourself. So, yeah, perfect. On the back of this one, I have name your higher self. This one is wonderful because it calls for you to talk to your higher self and to literally name your higher self, right? Whatever name you want to name it. Let's say you're going to name it Sam. Just when you're meditating, I suggest sitting there and then calling out to your higher self. Say, Sam, what do you think I should do right now? What is the best course of action? And then wait a moment to see what thoughts start to come in. Whatever starts to come in, do listen, because that is the way that our higher self communicates with us. So, yeah, perfect. So I hope you have a beautiful grounding day. Remember to not be seduced by the past. Focus on your present while at the same time meditating on your ultimate goals for yourself, where you want to see yourself. It doesn't have to be this big scary thing of, oh, I need to know everything right now, but just going ahead and surrendering to your truth, right? So, yeah, I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, so now we're going to go ahead and move into the distance Reiki portion of the episode. I suggest laying or sitting in a comfortable position, but that is not necessary. Just be open to receiving Reiki healing energy. I suggest setting your own intention for the Reiki or just allowing my intention to take place, which is always for your highest good. I'm going to go ahead and take 3 deep breaths with you. Let's go ahead and inhale. Hold and exhale. Again, inhale. Hold and exhale. And inhale. Hold and exhale. I will now begin sending Reiki. When you are ready, start to come back into your body and open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for showing up today. And I suggest drinking water since a lot of energy is moved during Reiki sessions. And I will see you in our next episode. Thank you and bye.